All right, fellas, I'm out here in the garage this morning, and well, I'll tell you what, it was pretty cold this morning. It was in the high 20s, I believe. And I had planned on coming out here and getting some paint on my 37 Ford sedan, classic cruiser. But boy, I'll tell you what, even though I got heat out here, I just didn't feel like it. I just felt kind of chilled to the bone. So I decided to wait till later in the week. The weather's going to be up a little bit higher, so I think I'll do some painting later in the week. But anyway, I thought I'd give you a little cruise around the garage here. Some guys were asking about the garage and where I build and things, and this is it, fellas. I mean, I've got a lot of signs and badges and plaques and what have you on the walls. My Craftsman cabinets. I'm big into the Craftsman tools, my cabinets, and I've got two toolboxes right there. I've got an old toolbox sitting there. Got a couple more over here, just into the Craftsman stuff. All right. I'd said in one of my videos here a while back that I was going to do a video on the models that I built in 2022. So since I doubt that I'm going to be getting this one completed this year, that's probably going to be a 2023 completion right there. But I don't know about you fellas, and I'll take the top of these plastic cases off here in a minute so we can get a little bit better look. But this is how I store all mine. I buy these plastic containers over at Hobby Lobby. They're only like I don't know, $6.95 a pop, so they're not too bad. That's when they're, and I think, well, they used to be $9.95, $9.99, something like that, and then they went down to $6 something. I don't know what happened, but anytime they lower the price, I'll take it. But all right, fellas, give me a chance here. I'm going to pop the top off all these, and we'll kind of take a look at each one. Hang on, fellas. Fellas, before I pop the top off these display cases, there's a lot of videos that you guys are posting on your channels about your what's your holy grail. The model that you've been seeking all your life, or maybe just recently found something or saw something that you got to have, and maybe it's just priced too high or whatever. For me, I don't really think I have a holy grail. I mean, I see a lot of stuff out there that I like, and for me, the stuff that I see that I like, it's readily available, and most of it's not too bad of a price. But I just don't think I have a holy grail. That I have. A lot of you guys have been in this a lot longer than I have, and have got a lot more history than what I do. But and I know some of you fellows that really like to get hold of some of those kits that you had back in your childhood, but they're either too hard to find or too high priced. But for me, I just don't think I have a holy grail. Like I said, the stuff that I want, it's out there, and if I want it bad enough, I'll pay a little bit of money and get it, I guess. So for me, I just don't think I have a holy grail. All right, fellas, let's move on here. All right, fellas, I got all the top covers off these display cases, and boy, I'll tell you what, isn't that a good looking table there with all the models on it? I got to looking around while I took a little break here, and I've also got a bunch of I got a few models that I built excuse me, that I either took back apart for some reason, stole the wheels and tires off of it, or the engine or whatever, and just never did anything with them. I've got the old I think it's the old AMT kit, the 61 Chevy Impala. I built that 55 Chevy pickup. I've got a 60 Chevy pickup that I built too, and the go-kart, and I think the go-kart's up here on my radio. Yeah, there's the little go-kart. But anyway, fellas, let's start here. This was my last build. This is that 49 Mercury that I did. Now, I'm not going to pop the hoods or anything off these guys. I'm just going to show you what I got here. Everybody remembers this. This is just a recent build. Just finished it a couple days ago. And I'm not sure if these are going to be in the correct order or not. We're kind of going go backwards here. That's that 32 Ford 3-window coupe that I built, that little Deuce Coupe. That was my first, it wasn't my first paint job, but it was my first successful paint job that I'm going to call it. I just thought it came out really nice. That is an excellent kit. That's a Revell kit. That is just an excellent kit, and I think I'm going to get me another one. Here's that the newest release of the Revell 65 Chevy 2 Nova. That's a really nice kit. That came out super nice. I really like how that came out. Kit went together really well. This is an old AMT kit. It's a 1940 Ford sedan delivery, and I turned this into a Pro Street. It's all tubbed out in the back, and got that nice blower sticking out of the hood. That just came out really nice. I really like the color because it's kind of a, that's actually, I can't remember the colors now, fellas, but that's a Tamiya acrylic paint. It's the military color, so it's a flat paint, and I just hit it with some Tamiya X22 to bring out a little bit of a shine on it. So that's what that was. Excuse me. There's that old 67 Mobius ramp truck. I had all the trouble with it. Let me get over here. It was warped and everything. I didn't take it out of the case because it's man, it just barely fits in there, and because I had it out and the hood kind of fell off a little bit. But that's an old 29 Roadster I stuck on the back of it for display. I don't know, I built that Roadster a couple years ago, I think. But moving on here, fellas. Here's that Revell's new 1930 coupe. That's a really nice kit there too. That just went together so well. I hope I'm not getting everybody sick by moving around here. But that was just a really nice kit. I really enjoyed building that one. That has no clear on it. That is just the Tamiya acrylic paint, polished out, no clear. That was the first time I ever done that, and that turned out really well. I really like how that turned out. Here's the old AMT kit, the 55 Chevy. This one was painted, I did a couple like this, but this one was painted with Rust-Oleum flat white primer. And then it was shot with, I think, Rust-Oleum clear enamel. It's come out pretty good. Now this one has been tubbed out as well. This is the second one that I tubbed out. I think I used the AMT 67 Chevelle chassis for this. But that came out pretty cool. Alright, everybody remembers the old blue suede shoes here. That was one of Revell's latest releases, and boy, I'll tell you what, that came out nice. That is that Tamiya acrylic paint again, and that is that royal blue cleared with Tamiya X22. Man, that just came out really nice. I just really like how it came out. Super looking. I think those wheels and tires came off of the Revell's Boost truck. I think of where those come from. This was an old 50 Chevy pickup AMT kit that I had that had been laying around, and didn't know what to do with it, so I decided somebody had a build going on for a shop truck. Can't remember who it was, but anyway, I decided to do this. That's got dual wheels in the back, and here I am with names again. That hoist system in the back, a fella sent me that is just great looking. He hand makes those, and boy, I tell you what, it just worked in that truck really nice. He kind of made the things for the back to fit this truck, so really cool. There's an old 40 Willys. That one there, I cut the half part of the fenders, front fenders were attached to the body. I cut them off and put them onto the hood, so it looked. I thought it looked a little bit better that way instead of having the split fender. That was a tough kit there, though. All right, let's get up here. I'm gonna sit on my chair a little bit. Cause all right, here's a 40 Ford coupe that I built. This was a custom paint job. Man, I had a hard time getting those wing windows on there, I tell you that. But that came out pretty good, and you know, if I remember right, something happened with the hood on this, and I had to repaint it, and daggone if it didn't come out looking pretty good. Matched pretty good, I think. All right, here's the Foose truck. I think these are 56 Ford pickups. I tubbed this one out in the back. Those tubs are made out of pill bottles. This truck is painted, once again, this is painted with Rust-Oleum flat white paint, and I cleared it with Tamiya's clear, I think it was a pearl clear. Kind of gave it a little bit different look, but I think it came out pretty good. I kind of blacked everything out, murdered out all the bumpers and things on this. And there's old Revell 51 Henry J. Man, I tell you what, that was a chore to get that sucker together. That back and the rear differential and everything on that kind of floats out there. That was kind of a little bit of a chore, but I got her done. One of my oldest granddaughter picked out that color for me. I had picked a different color, and she said that wasn't the color on the box. So she picked this out, and you know what? She was right. There's old Revell kit, the 41 Henry J. That's the big John Masmanian. I love these 41 Willies. Gassers. Just cool looking. Here is a 53, it's a AMT kit, 53 Ford Victoria. Man, this kit was really nice, I tell you. Now, the paint on this, excuse me, the paint on this, the green is a craft paint. I think it was a Anita's craft paint that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I mixed that with Windex to thin it with Windex, and then the top, once again, that's the Rust-Oleum flat white primer, and I hit it with some clear, and it shined it right up. So that came out pretty nice. This is a nice kit. It goes together really well. Now, fellas, I think that's. Oh wait, I got a couple more over here. I didn't even take the tops off these. This is a 34 Ford pickup. I think it was a 3-in-1. You can make it 3 different ways. I decided to do the service truck. Come out pretty cool. That is also a craft paint, both those colors. I think that was Anita's as well. Here's an old MPC kit. This is a 34 Slammer. I'm really not big on MPC kits, but I tell you what, this little kit went together really well. And I kind of homemade those exhaust tips that are on there, and from a fellow online told me because the tips that were on there they didn't look good at all. So I cut them off just right after where the headers make the turn, and bought some brass tubing and made my own. Come out pretty well. There's old 64 Ranchero back there that I built up here a while back. Well, fellas, I hope you enjoyed this. I said I was going to do this, and I did. And 2022 was a good year of building for me. I learned a lot from starting from way over here and then working my way up through the year. I think the more I build, the better I get in my eyes. So if you compare some of these with the earlier models over here, I tell you, the biggest thing I think that helped me was actually getting that spray booth and getting in my garage here and getting a little more control over the paint. Just really helped me out tremendously. So I think that was a good move. But fellas, anyway, that's my look back at 2022 of some of the builds I've done. Let's you fellas out there that are building a lot better models than what I do, let's see what you guys did for 2022. Post up a video and let's see what y'all got. But that's mine, fellas. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm out.